Are you a victim of domestic violence? Since 2013, From Ordinary to Extraordinary has helped over 3,000 women, and we want to continue to rebuild the community with one family at a time. Please make a donation or sign up for volunteer opportunities today at iamfote.org. No matter how you choose to get involved, know that every bit counts. From Ordinary to Extraordinary is a 501c3 nonprofit organization designed to empower women and girls that have experienced domestic violence.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
It's over. It is all over. Another Christmas has come and gone, and the Takeover Legends made it through. We have the full squad. All 4 boxes are in attendance today, which is an amazing thing. Michael, Shawn, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott, we are all here. And a lot of reviewing got to go. We ain't seen Mo in like about 4 or 5 days. Jay Black was having flu symptoms, but everybody looks healthy. Everybody's got color in their skin, their cheeks. You look good, guys. Everybody looks so good. Everybody looks so healthy. Oh, my God. Mo got the Christmas tree in the back. We got the classic Christmas tree in the back. I still got the same series. Jay Black, is that little tree in the back? Is that little tree?
Oh, the tree's still there. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Jay got a little tree over there.
Yeah, it stays up to New Year's Eve, and then everything got to go by the 31st.
Yeah, please, y'all get the trees down after New Year's Eve. Don't keep them things up till the summertime hits, please. Like, come on, y'all. It's over. It's over. All right, who we going to? Well, the person who hasn't been here the longest. Mo, how was your Christmas? Give us a review how everything went. How everything went down. What up, Kathy Black and Miles?
That's not nice.
What's not nice?
That's not seasonal. The
What's
person
not
who
seasonal?
hasn't been here the longest.
Oh no, we haven't seen you because of technical difficulties. I wasn't trying to take a shot. I'm still in the spirit. I wasn't trying to take a shot.
I had to travel to get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I heard. She had to go out of state because she lives in the only state in America that does not have Wi-Fi, and we haven't even heard about that state on CNN or Fox. We ain't even heard about that.
First of all, Dirty Jers and Xfinity can kick rocks severely. When I go home, I'm really looking at FiOS. So I get here, and what happens? An anomaly. It gets so cold that our pipes freeze and we lose water. We have no water.
Wow. Merry Christmas. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
So we have to go to the dirtiest, ghettoest Walmart and buy jugs of water.
Oh.
Just to be able to flush the toilets. And a brand new home, might I add.
Oh, damn.
And a brand new what?
I said in a brand new home, might I add. Like, most people think that, your pipes do that in an older home.
Yeah.
But no.
Pipes freeze. It don't matter if old or new. Pipe freeze.
It freezes.
Pipe freeze.
Lesson learned, you have to leave your pipes leaking.
Yeah, I just did that in the townhouse. I just went over there after I heard your fiasco. I went over there and I let them drip.
Yes, let them drip. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Dripping is good in this case.
So how was your Christmas without water? How was your Christmas?
It was fantastic. The kid, he was excited. He woke up at 5:00, and this is how you could tell the kid is maturing, because he woke up at 5. He came and kissed me. He was like, "Hi, mommy. Hi, Merry Christmas." He saw the look in my eyes like, "Yo, I'm still tired." Said, I'm just gonna go back to my room. I said at 8:30, you come back and you get me. He said 8:30. Okay. Any other time he would have been like, "What? 8:30? That's such a long time." He was like, 8:30. Okay. He came back at 8:17. He said, "I'm just letting you know it's 8:17." So just rest. He said, "You said 8:30, so you just rest some more." So he's maturing.
Poor kid, that mature thing. I guess I'm not mature, because if you'd have told me 8:30, I'm like, what is that? 1, 2, that's hours later.
Yeah.
Santa Claus don't come that late. Santa Claus supposed to have been here.
So this is the first year that he said to me, "It's a lie. Parents lie. Santa Claus isn't real. Parents buy the presents and they wrap them when kids go to sleep." It blew my whole Christmas. Yeah.
No, that's good. So he knows the presents are here. Like, can I just go open them without you? Like, the presents are already here.
So he understands that that's not gonna happen. Like, you're not gonna steal all my joy. You're not gonna steal all my joy. So the running thing is, mom still has to pay somebody. So you're not gonna steal all my joy. I'm still taking my pictures of the oohs and the ahs and the thank you, mommy. Yeah.
Oohs
So
and the ahs.
The oohs and the ahs and the thank you, mommy. And this is exactly what I wanted. But you know what? I'm thankful, Mike, y'all, all three squares up here. My kid is not ungrateful. He only asked for a few things, and I got him exactly what he wanted. They weren't very expensive, very lavish. He likes collectibles, like the Marvels and things like that. He only got a few things, and he was happy.
Dang. I mean, God bless. That's good.
No, it was me. I was like, dang, it's not a lot under the tree. You know how when we was growing up, the tree had to be full, and he was just happy with what he got. He lined it up. He did his YouTube blog, and that was it.
Well, that was a success. That was a successful Christmas in Square One. Square One had a successful Christmas.
What was his YouTube blog about?
Just about all of his. Hey guys, it's me here. I got some new collectibles from Wave 1 and Wave 2 and Wave whatever the waves are. Because I have no idea what Wave 1 and Wave whatever means.
Goodness.
He told me Barbie had a wave. I said, I didn't know. I just thought it was Barbie.
I thought that was just a slang term when you got a wave. I thought that was just a slang. My wave. I know it was really, but that's good. That's a beautiful thing. Clap it up for that, Shawnee. What's going on? What happened to the claps? What happened?
It's Monday. It's Monday.
Jesus, we got to go back to the old school clap. We got to clap for real. Goodness gracious. Square One had a successful Christmas. Okay. My curls is popping out my hood. We'll go with because I found something out about me and Shawnee Scott. We got something in common. So I'm gonna go to Jay Black next. I'm going to Jay. We got something in common. Go ahead, Flem boy. What else? How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas?
I've been on nebulizers all weekend with Dr.
Yo, you sound like you smoke Newports. Yeah. Like I don't get it.
Man, my breathing was jacked up. Almost went to the ER. Yeah, but hey, everybody's alive. Thank God for my wife.
Yeah,
I've been getting treatment.
Whoa. Yeah, let's go. The holiday spirit done brought out what Jay. Thank God for my wife. Man, that's Christmas right there. That's Christmas right there. Yeah. That appreciation you just gave was authentic.
We gotta say that. That's the promo.
Thank God for my wife. We need that as a drop every time he arguing with his wife. We gotta hit that. Thank God for my wife.
Gotta remind you.
Thank God for my wife.
No, but so just battling this sickness. I just wanted to be gone, man. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm on the road of turning it around. But man, it's scary as hell when you can't breathe through your throat, pause, and only through your nose. And man, that was some scary stuff.
It's your lungs. When you got all that stuff.
I don't know what was going on. Yeah. She told me
you can't breathe through your throat.
It was, man, don't get me going.
Asthma's crazy. Well,
I don't know what it was. And I just know I just paid them all this money. They trying to put credit. I ain't going back to no hospital. I'm gonna figure this out.
Don't you have health insurance?
I do, but still it'll pay a big portion of it. But they still want the rest of their money, and I'm like, man, nobody going to that. And I care about my credit. I care about my.
What kind of copay you got?
Yeah, what kind of copay you care about your credit? What's your credit got to do with going to the doctors?
Well, it's the hospital though. The copay different. It's the hospital.
Why don't you just go to urgent care?
No, all the urgent care tell you to do is go to emergency. I don't know. Either way, so I'm on my nebulizers. I'm getting my treatments. I'm getting my inhalers. I'm getting a lady Q doing all the doctor stuff. So that part,
that's amazing.
I made it through. I mean,
You got nebulizers, and I'm the one doing the vape. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
So what they say? You had an upper respiratory infection or something?
I don't know. I didn't go. I stayed.
Oh, you didn't go?
I didn't go.
Oh,
My mom tried to make me go. Lady Q wanted me to go.
So you taking nebulizers because Lady Q got you taking nebulizers?
Yeah.
So you
Because
don't know
that's
if
what
you
the
have
doctor don't
a
do too.
respiratory infection and need antibiotics.
She said I need a chest X-ray because it could be something in my lungs. I don't know, but right now,
oh my!
Your lungs will collapse.
I'm not going to the hospital. Anyway, I feel
You
better.
don't go if your lungs collapse and you don't
Thank you, Shawnee.
Oh my God!
And then the Christmas was good. My boy was happy. Everybody happy. Everybody got everything.
You know, when I go to the emergency room, I show my health insurance card.
All right, I know, I got it. I figured all that out, but I'm feeling better. So that's the key. I just feel like it's been going on too long.
Well, last time you talked, you said
go to the doctor.
Last time we talked, you said you would. What up, Ashley Newman? Last time we talked, you said you were turning the corner, and then did you make a U-turn or something?
No,
like, did you turn the corner and then make a U-turn, and then you went back to the original destination or something?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did. I went backwards.
Damn, what type of GPS were you following? That wasn't Waze, but
no, it wasn't Waze. It wasn't the wave.
It wasn't the wave. It wasn't Waze.
So the Christmas, the Christmas was good. My boy was happy. He was good. You know how like Mo was saying, the stuff that they want, it ain't like it used to be, where it's tons and tons of stuff. So you gotta figure out how to get them what they want, plus add it to where as though it's still a bunch of stuff they get to open, because that's part of Christmas. It's opening a bunch of different little stuff for the kids. So,
ain't no Jesus.
But everybody good.
Ain't no Jesus in that. Ain't no Jesus in that. Good morning, Tam. How you doing?
For the kids at least. Yeah, the kids.
Go ahead. And now, Shawnee Scott, how was your Christmas? Even though I found some real surprising things out about you, Shawnee. Me and you have a lot in common. But go ahead, Shawnee. How was your Christmas? And don't give me the bullshit. Don't give me talk to me about Christmas, girl. Talk to me about Christmas.
You want to know what happened yesterday?
Well, I just want to know your Christmas. Just give us your Christmas situation. Go ahead.
The girls are with their dad, so I'm here.
Dolo Solo.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've been sick too, so but they're gone, and I love my kids, but when they're gone, then I can actually get my house clean. And that's the weirdest thing. If they here, I can't do it, but when they're gone. So we started in their room because their room was awful. And I'm gonna get my house the way I want it. But Christmas Day, my mom, she wanted to go to church, so I met her at church. And she wanted me to come to her house, and I went to her house for breakfast. And then when I got to her house, I'm gonna show y'all something. I got to the house, and I have to call when I get there because I don't have a key to my mom's house. So I'm call, say, which door you want me to come in? And that was a whole 10 minutes of her, well, which door do you want to come in? Mama, it's cold. It is cold. What door?
I just want to know, why don't you have a key to your mama's house?
Well, I got the garage door opener, but I don't know.
We just mama's house either.
I just don't have a key. She got a key to my house, but I don't know. And maybe I should ask her that.
Yeah.
So I get out the car and I'm walking up the little walkway and I see this. And I was like, okay, that's something new. Cause she put, you see Frosty over there, and then there's some other snowman, the lights, and and then Minnie is back there. Those are blow-ups that I used to put up for the girls, but she puts them outside. So I was like, okay, but this little thing in the front, I ain't never saw that. I was like, okay, she added something different. Then I walk in the house and I see this. And I stood there for a minute looking at it. Cause when you walk in, there's a Christmas tree in the front of the house. I don't think y'all didn't come to my mom's house, but there's a Christmas tree at the front. She has a front room with a big green Christmas tree that's red and gold, and just a traditional tree. This is her game room when you walk further down the hall. So I'm standing there looking at this. I'm like, it's something not right about this tree.
Now stop right there. Now, Shawnee sends me a picture and says, what is missing from this tree? And I don't like trick questions. I don't know. I said a star.
A
Like,
star?
is something like something should be on top of the tree, and that's why you did the pictures backwards. But go ahead, Shawnee. Go ahead.
But what that look like to y'all?
I thought it was a bonsai tree. I didn't know.
I thought it was a different type of tree. I thought your mom knew some
Yeah, like-
2023 tree. I don't know.
It's
And
not like
then
that's not the
I
traditional Christmas
It
tree.
was in a plant thing. I was like,
Is
Is
what?
that like for the clouds? It's
No,
supposed to be
it's
like
in
the
a
clouds.
potter.
It's in a
Yeah, I
potter.
think
It's
Yeah.
in a potter.
I thought that was some new shit. I said this
I
is new.
look
You
like
could get-
clouds, like it's sitting in clouds. I thought it's some symbolic, some history behind it and meaning.
I was
It
saying the
looked like-
same thing. That's what I said. I'm glad I was on the right. I was on the right
Yeah,
wavelength.
they have the new surround, like the potter surrounds too now for the trees.
Well, I didn't
have
know what the
seen
hell
that.
was going on. So I asked my mom, I said, what's wrong with the tree? And she was like, well, I can't find the stand. I couldn't find the stand because we put all our stuff up in the attic. And I said, but why did you put it up then? And she was like, well, I wanted my tree up. I want she big on Christmas. She like all that stuff. I'm not doing all that. So then it finally clicked. This is the top of the tree.
Outside, it was
We done
dead.
stuck it outside and made a little mini tree outside.
They killed the
was
top
like,
of the tree.
Why would you do that?
That's
Killed
the
the top of the
third
tree. They
part
left it
of
in the cold.
tree.
That's the top of the tree.
That's
Right
the third
outside.
part to hook onto the tree.
Okay,
Yeah.
connects at the top, and then that
Yes.
reaches to the peak, and then you could put the star. I'm like, Mike, ain't no star going on the other tree.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Now, yes.
We get trees that go, they go from the floor to the ceiling. So
What up,
yeah.
Ashley? Happy holidays.
enjoys all
Oh,
that.
you said Tam. No, but I thought that was hilarious. But so y'all went to church, which I thought was nice. I thought Christmas Day being on Sunday was gonna be like the Super Bowl. I thought churches were really gonna go all the way in. I thought, they were gonna be churches having guest choirs and everything was going. And so they went to church, and then Shawnee was like, and now my mom want me to go out and do this and do that, and they had plans. And Shawnee was at her mom's house after church, and they had plans, but Shawnee made a mistake. Shawnee made a mistake. Shawnee coughed. And her mom sent her the fuck home.
You getting the heck out of here. You're not going to be over here coughing, bringing the germs.
All I knew we were going to church. So I was like, all right, I'm going to church. I'm going to come back home, get in the bed. I'm going to be good. We walking out of church. Well, you going to come by the house? I said, no, I'm going home. She said, well, I'm making breakfast. I said, okay. So I'll go over there. And then when I get there, and so-and-so coming and this person coming over. And I'm like, I don't like people. Why do you want me over here with people? Is me, you? Then she said, oh, yeah, and then we're going to go over here to my friend's house because she making Mexican. Nah, mama, I ain't going to bring my medical bag with me. I can't stop. But then I started coughing, and she was like, time for you to go. I came home.
I'm in my 60s. I can't be getting sick. Get out of here.
She in her
You're welcome.
My 70s. Oh, wow.
She slammed the door behind her. She was like, all right, you enjoy your Christmas day.
They're fine.
Like, what? And then I get home, and somebody is having church or something, and they hold the basement up, the elevator. We only got one elevator working in the building because they got all their AV equipment and stuff. And
this is a whole church. They have a whole church in her building where she lives. This is a whole church. This is a band. This is drums. This is everything.
Induction every week. Okay.
I tell one of the men, I'm like, y'all can go use the freight elevator, which is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And
Probably a longer walk. Probably a longer walk.
It's right around the corner. I mean, it's not far. They wouldn't leave until finally, somebody else came. I don't like Christmas. I don't. I can't.
I see you got a little challenge.
So she said she hate Christmas.
I hate Christmas. I do.
She said she hates. I said, well, why did you leave me out by myself when I was saying the same shit on this show?
I ain't never. I said I don't
I was
celebrate
going,
Christmas. I've
and I
always
was
gonna
going
say-
ham, and you left me here like the only Scrooge in the
No,
square.
she did say she hasn't really celebrated Christmas since the girls was
No,
younger.
she said
She
she
did say
hates
that.
Christmas. She cursed Christmas out.
Wow.
She let Christmas have it.
Well,
She
y'all
let,
overruled.
she let the spirit of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. She cursed all them bitches out. She let them all
Oh.
have it.
Oh,
All
dear.
have it. I was trying to sing a Christmas. I was humming a Christmas carol. She told me to shut up. I said, "What?"
What?
Oh,
Christmas is for kids. Well, mainly for kids. They
Jesus
love it.
is the reason.
Well, that
Stacey
ain't the
said
real
my husband
reason.
hates
Yeah,
it
but-
too.
I can't
Yeah.
stand Christmas because it's so much, and people are so. It's like be like that every day. Why are you doing all of this for just this one day? And that's what I tell my kids, because they're at their dad's house, and what he do at his house is what he do at his house. But there was all of it, and I had to tell him, you know, you're not understanding. There were arguments in my house about these Christmas lists, and I really don't like that. I really don't. Our kids get presents all year. It ain't 1 month that they don't get something. I said, so we don't have to sit down and wait till December to come up with all this stuff. And I said, and really, they don't need no goddamn Apple Watches. For what? They won't keep their room clean. What you buying an Apple Watch for? They got a whole job. They can buy their own damn Apple Watch. What is going on?
Scrooge and the Grinch. Scrooge and the Grinch.
Clap it
I
up. Give
was
yourself
seriously.
if you need it, you
They
got the
need an
button in
Apple
front of you.
Watch
Clap it
for?
up for yourself, damn it. Clap it up for yourself. What
Don't
the
clap
hell?
it,
You
man.
got the buttons in front of you.
It's holiday season. It should be
Apple
happy,
Watch for,
fun.
Jay.
Happy,
Jay, what
happy,
they need
fun,
an Apple Watch
fun.
for? What
Happy,
they need an
fun.
Apple Watch for, Jay?
They're kids. Let them enjoy life.
Yeah.
Let them look forward to stuff like that. Even though all kids get stuff every month, I agree with that
Yeah.
part.
Our
But there's nothing
kids
wrong with making
they
Christmas
get
a little
a
special.
lot. Like when my
just
child
like
tell me,
If you can do it.
"Ma, I'm hungry." Girl, you have no idea what hungry is. You
They
just
all-
uncomfortable right now.
Stacey Mitchell said her husband hates it too. He just likes when seeing kids sit on Santa's lap. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
brought
like
to you by
that either.
Balenciaga. Yeah, it's brought. That's
I
brought
don't
to you
like
by
that either.
Balenciaga.
So Mike, what happened with you? Did you get with the girls? I was meant
The
to
girls
call you.
came over Christmas Eve. They all came over. That we did the usual. Open the gifts. We opened them at midnight. Well, they opened them a little earlier. The funny thing is, Monty was babysitting Yummy. We call him Yummy. Azelle.
Yummy. I know.
So
Yummy.
Azelle was there, and
Yeah.
Azelle is old enough to recognize. He was like, "It's Christmas, and we're gonna open that." He a little rough around the edges. I love the little boy, but he a little rough around the edges. Like he the type of little boy who was adorable, but he make you want to grip him up. Like he make you want to grip. Like shut up, if you don't shut up. You know. So he the type that want to mimic. He like get off me. It's like whatever. He's like I don't look. I love the little boy. Little boy can stay here as much as he wants. I love the little boy, but he get off me. I'm like, boy, listen here. You have no idea. But so we ate dinner, and the presents, the gifts were all. Everybody had their gifts set up in front of them. They had their little thing in front of them. All the girls who are grown. The youngest ones are 16. So this is where it goes.
Start to turn that corner.
Like, when is this shit gonna stop?
Yeah.
But they all got their pile, but they can't open it because the little boy's mom hasn't picked them up yet.
Oh.
So everybody's sitting there like, yeah. But this is when I realized. This is when I realized. Y'all the same girls who tell me how grown y'all are. And now Christmas, y'all a bunch of little kids again. This is when I know y'all not grown. This is when I know y'all not grown. 18 or not, 16 or not. Y'all not grown.
That's funny.
Grown-ups don't sit there. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And now you sitting in front of a pile of gifts like you 10 years old again. Wait until a little boy leaves so y'all can be like, hey, Merry Christmas. And that's exactly what happened. Once they picked that boy up, that conversation with his mom has never been so short. Like my mom even cut the conversation short. My mom normally be yipping and yapping. How's everything going? How's work? They said they handed that baby off and turned her around and tossed her out the house like it was
Mommy's there.
They did exchange of money. She paid money in front of everybody. I ain't never seen a cash transaction for the babysitting happen. She was like, anybody got change for 20? I was like, yeah, I got change for 20. I'll get you the hell on out of here. So everybody opened their gifts and everybody did everything. Everybody was like oohing and ahhing. Everybody was thankful. Yeah. And then within 10, 12 minutes, thousands of dollars had been blown, and it was
back to the cell phone.
And it was back to yeah. It's a waste. It's an absolute waste. It's an absolute waste that we've been brainwashing this tradition. Thousands of dollars. Credit card interest rates were popping. People already. Then Shawnee told me a story. She thought, do you mind me if I tell this one story? Stop me if you don't want me to tell the story.
Which story?
About shopping the next day for Christmas.
Yeah, just kind of change some stuff around.
Okay, never mind. I don't even want to get into it.
No, you can tell it, but just no, you can tell it. Fuck that, tell it. Yeah.
No, I don't even know.
You tell it. Go on, tell it. You want me to tell it?
No,
it's Gangsta Monday.
It was just amazing that she had a family member that after Christmas, the next day, all the kids, they would take them to the mall because they started Christmas shopping for the next year.
Yeah, hey.
You got to be kidding me. You have got, first of all, who shop? I ain't got no room on my credit cards to shop. There is no room on anything to shop. Everything's run up. Like it didn't happen this year, but normally what happens is I run credit cards up for Christmas. I have one credit card up that I use for Christmas. One. And then I spend 10 months paying that shit off. Just so that we can do it all over again. Credit card interest rates popping. Yes. Yes, they are. But Christmas was fine. Dinner was fine. You know, you got to appreciate, I have my parents for Christmas, so I have to appreciate that and understand how blessed I am. So we all had Christmas. That was fine. That was good. Everybody was.
So when school's out, what do y'all do with your kids?
They home.
They stay home. The parents got to stay home too, or they? I guess it depends on the age.
He has older children.
Yeah, Jay. I just thought about it in general because I'm just seeing some of the supporters. I'm thinking, like, wait, everybody, are they working? Stacey says she's still in her PJs.
Today.
I think a lot of people
got Sunday and Monday off.
So this shit we should have been off. It was a holiday.
You know how many days we took off during the year?
Yeah, this is like the observation for most jobs for Christmas because it fell on a Sunday.
So no trash is coming today.
Yeah,
no, my trash comes on Friday. Your trash
comes on
of
Christmas.
Yeah, so everything was closed, but I mean, it was a good Christmas. It was fine. It was fine. Thank God for a lot of football and basketball the entire weekend. Thank God. Thank God. And it's a blessing that, somehow or another Christmas went off without a hitch and everybody got,
everybody healtly, everybody safe,
everybody healthy, everybody
except for these Scrooges and
coughing and hacking and not
I'm gonna get better. We good. We keeping it moving. I gotta go in like 20 minutes, but
we got to go whole country feeding for stimulus checks, but wind up blowing a whole bunch of money for. Don't be asking Joe Biden for a stimulus check if you blew a gang of money on Christmas. Don't be asking for no stimulus check.
It's not blowing money on Christmas if you're doing it for your family.
You're
the enjoyment of seeing
the
your
economy
kids.
when you go shop.
Okay, well then just leave that propaganda because that's the reason why Christmas exists.
That's what they say. That's what they say, right?
Stacey said, I was surprised y'all here, and I appreciate y'all being here, all four squares. You're welcome, Stacey. We went above and beyond.
I really did not want to get up, girl.
No, I didn't.
Morning person.
I did not want to get up either. I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to tap out today, but I said it was my idea to rock out. Well, I think it was Shawnee's idea. I don't know. All right, so let's get to it. Jay Black's only got 20 minutes. He got things to do on Monday, Christmas. And then my kids went to go see Avatar. I didn't go because it's 3 hours, and I don't remember the first 3 hours of Avatar.
3 hours.
I wasn't going to see a part 2 to something. I don't remember the part 1.
And you ain't trying to see the 3 hour part 1 to refresh yourself?
Yeah, I'm not watching 3 hours. That's 6 total hours. I don't dedicate that to comedy. 6 total hours. Sexy Mo, love the decor and the Christmas. It ain't got no water, but the decor is fire.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get to it. Hit the allegedly button, and we'll go straight to every Tory freaking Lane clip and every conspiracy theory that you can possibly have about Tory Lanez. If you got it, Mo, you got it. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. Shawnee got every Tory Lanez dad, Tory Lanez grandfather, Tory Lanez stepson. Everybody's talking for Tory Lanez. So hit the allegedly intro, y'all. Somebody pop.
Let's get this mother crawl.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Allegedly. What? With Sexy Mo. Powered by Media Room 360 TV.
Okay.
Well, Shawnee, it's everything Tory, and not Tory Burch either. We're talking about Tory Lanez. Everything from blaming Jay-Z, the daddy, the sister, everything from him being let off in all pink going to jail. I said, what does he want to do? Be somebody's girlfriend going up in there? He has been found guilty, if for those who have been sleeping all weekend, in the verdict against him in shooting Meg the Stallion. Which came to as a shock to me, because I thought once the best friend got up there and testified the fifth, it was kind of looking up. I thought that he was, probably maybe there was a chance that he was going to escape this, but no, the jurors came back and they found him guilty. And so it has been a messy Marvin weekend surrounding this. And I'll start with you, Shawnee. I know you have some clips in regards to this.
Tory Lanez just showed you in America, when you find out who got real money, it depends on the lawyers that you have. When you got real money, this is when you find out who got the real money and who got the money to actually fight a justice system that is hell bent on sending black guys to jail. They hell bent on it. So what clip do you want to play first?
You want to start with his dad outside the courtroom? So we got his dad outside the courtroom. I think, we should do the dad outside the courtroom.
So after it all goes down, his dad started this rant in the courtroom.
I agree, Ashley.
He started this in the courtroom, and his dad, I think his dad needs security. And I'm being serious right now.
Yeah.
Like the security that his dad is going to need right now is intense, because he seems like this is not going to stop. Like he's going to set this off, and he started shouting some people out and giving people credit for this, what he feels is injustice that went on in the courtroom. So go ahead, Tory. And boy, just notice how much Tory Lanez looks like his dad. Damn. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm playing it the way you want it to.
Stood here in this Los Angeles County and witness the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Okay. And then do you want to play the rest of that? Because there's another one he goes a little bit deeper.
Okay, the Desiree Perez girl, you got to Google her and see her past and her drug cartel past and what she's done. Rock Nation Money Talk, bitch, runs a marathon. Now, Tory has I don't know if we're going to play the clip, has a clip where they came to him and wanted him to sign with Rock Nation.
Yeah.
And Rock Nation,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then Rock Nation, he turned that down because he had the NFT thing or whatever he had that he was selling or whatever. And Rock Nation had made a call to him that said, we heard that you want to give your part of the story. And it would be in your best interest not to, which is a weird phone call. Like Rock Nation they're not lawyers. They weren't part of this court case. For some reason, they didn't want him to say anything. But go ahead, play the dad. The dad continues on.
Well, this is the NFT video that he made. So
this is Tory Lanez. This is when it all happened a while ago when we didn't pay
NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid, and your fans gonna get paid, and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome.
Now, he did crack the code. The digital trap house is catchy. I like the digital trap house. I think that's catchy, unless you're on trial,
right?
And you need allies.
Right.
And certain people are saying, you trying to tell these artists how to crack this code? You trying to tell artists how they don't need the middleman? Middleman gets very irritated, and the middleman gets frustrated. and says, "No, you can't crack the code." It's like somebody coming up here and tell us absolute way not to pay taxes, and it's legal. If somebody came on IG and said, I can tell y'all how you don't have to pay taxes and it's absolutely legal.
That's Trump.
Breathing too long.
Showing up at your door.
That person is going to be in danger.
Right.
But do you have the clip where he said Rock Nation called him?
No.
All right. So, you don't have.
I got where his dad goes deeper into what happened with Jay-Z.
So his Tory Lanez Sr. They have the same. They are animated the same way. This dude cannot deny Tory Lanez is his son. They got the same hand gestures. They got the same move. I love it. I love the fact this dude is his dad. He is the sequel.
I think if you had a son, it would be the same. I think that there would be like a little Miguelito. Like
yes, exactly. That's exactly right. So this is Tory Lanez. This is Tory Lanez's dad. This is the senior. This is the original version. Well, I guess he had a dad too. But go ahead.
See, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Rock Nation! Yes. Because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you ruled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal.
Now you think
all of you, trust me. I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
That's right. Come on, man.
It's all done.
That's right. That's what I like.
Yeah, shout out to the hype woman in the back that always be interrupted.
That's his wife.
I was embarrassed watching it.
That's Tory Lanez's stepmom.
What? But why? Did you hear what he said?
I felt like he was blaming everybody but his son. His son shot somebody. Well, shot somebody.
But allegedly,
could that be the issue?
So clearly, but if you think about the court of the law, right, and all of the things that came out that we were privy to, there was a lot of reasonable doubt for the jury to come back with a hung jury or a not guilty. There was a lot of reasonable doubt. There was a lot of things that happened that came out to say, maybe he didn't, or maybe there's more to this story here.
Yeah, because I for one, when it happened, I was so on Megan's side, and I was so adamant that Tory shot this girl. But after their best friend got up there, then that's when I was like, And then when I saw the dad, that's when my mind really changed, because for somebody's father to be out there like that, like I was like, oh, Tory Lanez.
Your parents going to support your kids.
Not like that. Not like that. No,
he's coming from a spiritual. He's claiming spiritual warfare over his son.
So I guess the jury hasn't spoken
anything about.
So the jury didn't clarify their decision and why they felt it was unanimous that he shot. Because when I see the co-witness Keisha, whatever her name was, Keisha, when she said this so clearly, then all of a sudden now she what's the friend name? Keisha?
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever the side, Kelsey. It just felt that okay, her first testimony was that's what it was. It's the truth. And she was so adamant that Tory did it. I'm like, man, it's a wrap. And all of a sudden now, I forgot. That's shady. So I can see how that could steer you.
Perjure herself. Remember, because if she got up on a stand and said that, and then something came out to refute that, she didn't have
immunity or whatever.
They I don't think that they gave her coverage. Like, so if she was to go ahead and corroborate that or say something else, it would have incriminated her in a way.
But we have to acknowledge it is something.
They advised her to go ahead and invoke her Fifth Amendment right.
We don't have to. We don't have to acknowledge.
It would have incriminated her.
See, Jay, this is what
it had to be evidence.
This is the thing about Jay. Jay truly believes in the justice system.
I don't truly believe in the justice system.
He assumes that there has to be something. What there was tons of reasonable doubt, and that is supposed to be what ends the whole. That is supposed to be the trump card, no pun intended, on everything.
So who shot her? If Tory didn't do
it, that's not what they have to prove.
No,
that's true.
They have to prove that there's reasonable doubt that he didn't shoot it. So if they didn't find DNA all over that gun that was Tory Lane's, and they got a witness who's saying, I'm going to plead the fifth because I don't want to perjure myself.
Yes.
Then the reporter came out and said, they were like, if Tory Lanez gets on that stand, we want to be allowed to talk about every lyric he's ever rapped. We want to talk about every tattoo on his body that may be a tattoo of a gun. So the reporter that said, he said, so in the grand scheme of things, they were ready to put his life on trial. Not about this case, but they were going to put his life on trial. I don't know what's behind all this. I don't know who's behind all this. I don't know the powers that be, but I've been telling y'all, anything that happens in that state of Hollywood, well, the city of Hollywood, but the state of California, I don't believe none of it. That's why I don't believe the Twitch thing. I don't believe any of that stuff that goes on out there. Because that's a walking inner lining club that we will never be a part of. We'll never be a part of it. So the guy is locked up. They put them handcuffs on. He waiting until sentencing now, which got to be the sickest feeling to be in jail, knowing that now the next step is I got to sit here till they tell me how long I got to sit here.
Right. And he's facing up to 15 years.
Wow.
Shooting her in the foot for shooting somebody.
Well, remember they added the additional charge, which was also another felony charge for discharging a firearm with intent to cause bodily harm.
Did the bodyguard ever show up?
So no, remember they didn't put the bodyguard.
The bodyguard disappeared.
Yeah,
but they leaked his pictures.
But they didn't put him on a stand,
but
which
they
is
didn't
weird
put him
to
on
me.
a stand.
Yeah.
Which
they
is
leaked his pictures. You tell me how a person doesn't get on the stand, how they, first of all, I've never heard of somebody not just having to take the stand. Like normally they're like, no, you coming regardless. But for some reason, the bodyguard didn't take the stand.
Well, the same way they subpoenaed the best friend is the same way I was thinking that they would have subpoenaed the bodyguard, if anything, because he's a neutral party. He's there, he's witnessing any and everything before the incident, during and after. So if anything, he should have been a key witness during, for the trial or for the prosecutor.
Now I was shocked that Jay-Z is so knee deep in this, because I've been trying to understand, why would Jay-Z be so interested in this? Allegedly, why is he so interested in this?
Well, my understanding is after it happened, he got Megan and Tory and set them down and came up with a story. They were supposed to follow.
I could see that being plausible.
And then I don't know. I mean,
you want to find out what really happened? Ask Jaguar Wright. That's what we need.
Listen,
that's Jaguar Wright.
Hilly. Yes.
I think tomorrow's show needs to be dedicated to Jaguar Wright and
her clips, because she got so many clips. I'll pull all of her clips.
Her clips. Let me
so
tell
many
you
is why you ain't believable.
Shout out to the original.
Which one isn't believable?
It's all.
I'm saying when you got so many, at some point you're diluting yourself. And people, it's hard to be credible.
See, this is why, and this is how.
It's like if you know and you close to some of it, some of that stuff she's saying, I'm like, dang.
It's the Kanye syndrome. Because people feel some type of way about Kanye, even though he says truthful things, they bring up other things to make it, like Jay said, to dilute the message. That's always been the ploy.
Yeah, I mean, and look at her. She looks like, and this is not a hit against her, because I'm not trying to be negative, but you know how you can look at somebody and tell they done been through something that wore them out? That's the look she has. And now she just at the point where, fuck it, I'm just going to tell everything.
That's because the industry did Jaguar dirty.
Yeah. So and that's
let's keep it a buck, Jay, Mike.
But this is how they ruin you, because they can say Jaguar sabotaged her own career. And
was she known outside of Philly like that?
Yeah, she known.
Okay.
We know her down in Texas.
Yes.
But they can bring up.
She popped here when she got on, when Jay-Z did their MTV Unplugged.
Yes, Unplugged.
Yeah,
she was in the background.
Down here, everybody was like, dang, who is that? And then she dropped a single, because we played it on the radio. And then she had some other stuff. She came through here a couple times.
But they can make people not believe her because they can listen. Jaguar Wright likes to drink like I like to drink. And they can bring up a whole bunch of situations that can discredit her because of her being a human being. Because if I had the truth right now, if I had the truth about something, all they had to say is, look how many times he been to rehab. Look what he did. He had this court case against him in this. He had this going on. He just had a seizure and was in the hospital and was losing his mind over there. And let's talk to the nurses who had to deal with him in the hospital and everything he did. And then all of a sudden, everything I said that could be actual, factual, gets tossed to the side, and then what happens is you and your personal life get put on trial, and nobody wants to believe.
Did her dirty.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
dirty.
But I feel
she's mad talented. She's super talented, and yeah.
But at the end of this, what's crazy is that when all this settles down, Tory's still locked up.
Yeah.
And none of us
he can't appeal. His attorney can't appeal this, but during the, of course, appeals can take anywhere up to 2 years to get an appeal granted, and during that time he'll still be sitting.
And maybe the bodyguard will show up, and give a new statement, and maybe that help clear him. Who knows down the road? But yeah, he might sit for a minute.
Doesn't necessarily work like that,
like that?
Jay Black.
Okay.
I think that bodyguard is going to disappear and probably never surface again, especially since his pictures are out there. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Are we talking about Megan's bodyguard?
Yeah, that was one. I think that was Megan's bodyguard. They was looking to testify, right?
Yeah, that's the one that. Let me see.
Disappeared. Yeah.
This guy right here. Mm-hmm. This is the guy.
And they didn't put his. They didn't.
Oh, they were smashing. She was dating him.
They didn't make him.
Allegedly.
They didn't.
They were dating.
Oh yeah, he's allegedly saying.
Oh, the picture tells you that they were dating.
Yeah, look at that. That is not just no bodyguard. He was bodying her. Okay.
You see all that in this picture?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
They were definitely more than a professional,
allegedly,
relationship of I'm going to this event. Can you be here from 4 to midnight? Okay.
Then why would he go missing if they doing all that? Then
he would go missing because the last person they want on trial is him. The last person they want is the lawyer asking him questions. Because it's funny how when you get on that stand and you realize you can go to jail if you lie, everything changed. Mm-hmm. Can I plead the fifth?
This is when your bodyguard, y'all wear matching outfits at events or like.
Plead the fifth.
None of that. Yeah, that look. That's the first time I seen the picture. Yeah, they got something else. And let me put that allegedly back up there. Allegedly was sexy mo. Allegedly, it looked like something more was going on there. Wow.
So listen, man, this story is the gift that's gonna keep on giving in the Christmas holidays, because there's gonna be more stories. There's gonna be more people putting stuff up. Now these court reports are gonna start becoming more and more public. Somebody's gonna get a copy. Somebody's gonna start posting them. Everybody's gonna be like, whoa.
Transcripts. Well, yeah, I was gonna say the transcripts are not sealed. To my acknowledgement, the transcripts are not gonna be and it shouldn't be redacted. So soon enough, we will know the things that have been said in the courtroom, and I'm eager to read. I'm a late night reader, so I'm eager to get my hands on the transcripts and be able to comb through and see who said what, and get some oohs and ahs and what.
Yeah, but before I go, Tory Lanez going to jail. Meek Mills did something nice and bailed a bunch of females out of jail. I thought that was dope that I saw that. So Meek Mill paid bail to bring home 20 Philly women home for the holidays. So I thought that was a big deal. Salute to that boy Meek Mills. People don't want to show nothing positive, but I thought that was good.
Yeah, shout out to Meek Mills for doing that. We can give him a round of applause for doing that. Clap it up. That's
that was
scary.
whack. That was weak.
No, I you know what? No, I thank you, Jay, because we always report on things when
if he was slap and something.
Doing
We forgot
bad.
something negative.
But yeah, we was all on him when he was violating probation.
We was all on him when he lost to Drake in the battle. That's when we was all on him. Damn.
Back to back.
Well, no, because I was still riding with Drake. I was just like,
which is scary. There's no bail in Jersey, so he couldn't even help them women if they would have been in Jersey, which is a whole nother thing that they slid in there, that there's no bail now.
That's why you have to pay attention when it comes time to vote and find out. When you're voting, make sure you go down to them little fine print, them little extra bills that they putting in there, because they will sneak them in there. I remember my grandmother putting her house up several times when my uncles would get locked up. Or whatnot, and you can't do that anymore. People all automatically think, "Oh, I'm just gonna put up bail." No, you're not. You're gonna be sitting.
Well, Jay, do you have to go? You got some more time?
Oh yeah, I'm going. I was waiting for Shawn to hit the top of the hour.
Yeah. Oh, we hit the top of the hour already. Well, damn, hit the top of the hour.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
The Takeover Legends, we here. It is 2 after the hour, 2 after 8 over here on the East Coast, 2 after 7 over there in Central Standard Time, and on the West Coast it's super early. And hey, we got a whole bunch of Tory Lanez. This is not going to be a full show because we already did a special thing by being on here. We ain't lingering because I got a warm bed with some blankets that is just waiting for me to lay my head back down on my pluffed up pillow. My pluffed up pillow still has the indent mark of my head on there. Pause. I really can't wait to get back on there. Shawnee, what else we got?
So I guess we can finish out this Tory Lanez thing. So some women across the country are upset because people are, of course, saying, well, Tory didn't do it. So they're like, see, we can't, as women, we can't never get no justice and yada, yada, this, yada, yada, this. And I do agree with that to a certain degree, but I also do get upset when people misuse the justice system, and then when people really, really, really need it, we looked at a different way. But this chick took to TikTok and expressed herself, which was rather interesting to me because she's driving. And y'all just watch it and tell me what you think about this.
I've been following the coverage of the Tory Lanez case, and I need Black men to go to therapy immediately. And I need you to not stop at the second session. I need you to keep going. The amount of vitriol that this whole shenanigan has pulled out of Black men is crazy. And that's not to say that Black women are not participating in the foolishness. That's another video for another day. But Black men, quickly in the comments, and I know that y'all are not my audience, so please like and share this. What the fuck is your problem? What have Black women done to you that y'all hate us so much? This girl was shot, and we are discussing her sex life. Do y'all smoke dick? Are y'all crazy? What do Black women have to do to be viewed as fucking full human beings in your goddamn mind? Because when y'all's humanity is called into question, who's marching for y'all? Black women? Y'all saw that we the ones that want to date you motherfuckers and marry y'all. Y'all saw that study where we the ones checking for y'all first. All these bitches of other races that y'all be running behind are not checking for y'all. What is it that y'all don't like about Black women so much? Because it can't be that we're loud, and it can't be that we're aggressive, because y'all like that shit on women of other races. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. It can't be how we look. It can't be how we look, because women of other races emulate how we look. So what is it? You need to go lay down on somebody's fucking sofa and talk. You need to talk. Oh, it's my mom, my sisters, the way I grew up. My dad is a pure D fucking lunatic. You could put Kroger bags on his fucking feet for shoes and just give him a bill, and he'd fit the fucking description of somebody who's batshit crazy. I keep dating you motherfuckers and loving y'all with my full heart. What is wrong with y'all that y'all don't see us as human beings? I don't get fuck y'all. And I don't want to hear not all men either. If I handed you a fucking bowl of Skittles and I said, hey friend, these are about 50% poison, have at it, would you be safe and feel good about that shit? No. Y'all piss me off. In the comments, what have Black women done to you? What have Black women done to you to not deserve basic humanity? Basic. You niggas are disgusting. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Somebody
That was like,
somebody needs to give her those same Kroger bags that she said her dad should have. Put them same Kroger, because you batshit crazy.
No.
It can't be because we loud, because you like that. No, it can't be because you're loud.
Listen,
It can be.
I'm so sorry. The delivery was fucking hilarious, but I'm sorry. What she was saying, some of it was spot on. Like I felt it. I felt it. I felt her pain. I felt her experience. What she was saying. She was. I felt her experience was real. It was very real.
I felt it, but her driving is when she
her
started
I
taking.
was
I was like,
like, are you driving and
what's
looking?
happening?
And then
she
just pull over to the side.
But this is what I've been. This is what I've been saying, and me and Shawnee got into a big debate. This is what I've been saying. There's a divide between black men and black women that is increasing by the minute, and social media ain't helping it because a man looking at that is going, "Bitch, I'm not even gonna reply to this." There's so much I could poke holes in your arguments. There's so many things I could poke holes, but I'm not. Because I don't get, like, at that point, why are we getting into this? You done labeled everybody simply because they don't agree with you about Tory Lanez. You done labeled those because they got a view and an opinion that's opposite of yours. And you coming for people's necks, and now we got to hear all about what you've been through. Oh, we do this for y'all. We do. Everybody does a bunch of stuff. Do you know a man can get up there and make the same video, the same exact video, and say the same things and just change the person they're talking about and change it from change genders and just say that about women, and literally there'll be people like true facts. Oh yeah, facts on facts, and it's like I don't even get it. And Tony's right about the driving, but you crazy too.
I would take the Tory Lanez out of it and just some of the things that she was saying. You could tell that it was clearly from her experience or whatever.
Whoa.
But take the Tory Lanez out of it, out of her rant, because clearly it was a rant. Some of the stuff hit home. Because I said, you know what? When she said go to more than one therapy session, I chuckled because I've had this conversation with several of my male friends who, I've said, maybe you should go talk to somebody, and they'd be like, I've been to therapy. How many sessions you went to? One. Because I ain't need to talk to nobody after that. I already done been to one therapy, but you might want to go to a few more. Like, just talk it out.
Try and talk Kroger bag to go to her therapist.
A couple of more. But that Kroger bag on his feet took me out. I'm sorry.
But that's her dad. So we know you got the genes in you, girl.
I done seen it. But the analogy that I thought that she was trying to make between her dad and the men that she dates, like she's correlating her dad's craziness to the men that she's meeting out here in these streets. I just thought the whole thing.
But here's the contradiction. Here's the contradiction. This is her, and I shouldn't even get into it. It's so easy. First, you tell the guy to go to therapy. Then you mock the guy for saying, "Oh, because I grew up with my mom," and then you mock that. But that's what he's got to go to therapy for. But you don't want to hear about that.
Well,
but you're like, "Oh, I'm tired of hearing about."
That's the excuses that they're giving. But
now it's an excuse.
But no,
now it's an excuse.
But she's saying in the same token that they're hating the very women. They're hating on the very women that they grew up with. Like, you were raised by Black women. You grew up with Black women, but you have such a disdain for Black women. And she's saying, well, why is that?
Well,
what did these Black women do to you that you were raised by them and you grew up with them that you hate them so much?
So when he tells the therapist why, she's still going to be pissed. When he breaks down that the reason why he is messed up is because he was raised by a bunch of Black women, and if he happens to say that, she's still going to be pissed. Because now what you want these guys to get certification? You want to get the signed affidavit that says, yeah, this is why I am fucked up. Then what you gonna say?
Why she's telling them she's telling them that they do need to go sit on somebody's couch and deal with it.
Okay, that's
what she prefaced it with when she opened it up. She said, y'all need to go and talk to somebody about why y'all feel this way. Why do y'all hate Black, have a disdain basically?
So when the therapist says, no, you're right, this is what happened. So then whose fault was it?
Okay, but then at that point,
It's
you
not
got to
about
start
who's
working on it
fault.
because the issue
No. I'm saying that the environment, when is the environment, if the therapist says you are right, the problem was the environment that you grew up in. So if that environment still exists, the core problem ain't never been solved. So the chicks that raised them need to be in therapy on the couch.
No, because as an adult, it's about how do you move on?
Right.
How do you move
You
on
still
from the
blaming,
effects it
you
had on
still
you?
No, you don't
Because
get what
as
I'm
an adult,
saying. If you
as
don't,
an adult, you can't. As an adult,
I'm not.
Go ahead.
There's gonna be another kid that's raised that. So until we get to that core problem in that, we want to know why you hate men so much. Let me get this off my chest. Why you saying I can't stand you because you look like your father? You don't think you need to be on the couch, bitch? I can't. Whoa. I done heard this. I done heard this from too many women. Can't stand it because he looks like his father. He acts just like his father. Well, guess what? That is his father. So you need to get your ass on the therapy couch too.
Absolutely.
And
But
sit
Mike,
there.
the thing about it is, if you go to therapy and they identify that, okay, this was the problem, because that's what they're going to do. This was the problem. At some point, as an adult, you got to decide. No, wait. You got to decide that you're going to make some changes because you can't do nothing about that environment until you make some changes.
I get
and
that.
then whatever you have to work with that. And I've dated a whole bunch of black men. And yes, I get sick of hearing I was raised by a single mom. That's why I'm like this. Motherfucker, you older than me. You know more than me. You have seen more than me in life. I was raised by a single mom too. I can tell you all the shit that I saw, and I promise you it will rock your mind. Okay, but I had to make a decision as an adult and say, okay, Shawnee, we gonna be this crazy bitch, or you gonna pull your shit together. So that's the thing that frustrates me when it's a black man that's saying black women did this to me. Okay, so what have you done to fix yourself? What have you done to help?
This is why guys can't say. This is why guys can't say, because what happens is it gets turned around. Because listen, all this stuff about going to therapy and it fixes everything is a lie. Because it's still the effects on what your childhood is gradually. I'm 51 years old, and when you talk about therapy sessions, you talk about one. You talk about one. No. I'm talking about years of sitting up in front of these therapists. Now, I'm not saying there's a lie that you shouldn't go, but people think that you're going to fix it. But let me get to my point. The point is that culture of raising these men. If that doesn't change, you just send more people into therapy. The culture has to change on how you raise these boys. That's what has to change. See, y'all want to deal with the effects of it afterwards, and then y'all want to put the pressure on the person, or you got to fix yourself. Okay, you fix yourself. And there's 1,000 other young kids getting raised in that same environment, just like there's 1,000 young women getting raised in that same dysfunctional environment. And we never deal with the environment that is raising our children. That is what's screwed up, because all you're doing is creating more to send into more therapy. That's it.
So at what point do you fix it? Because when you say we talking about her saying men need to go to therapy. So the man go to therapy and he say this, but this environment is still messed up because these single black women are raising these little boys, and these little boys do pick up. They I'm not saying that they all gay, but they got, like, I think it's you that say that, or somebody says it's the beauty shop syndrome. They're picking that up because that's where they're around. So what you're saying is the black mom needs to figure it out. She need to go to therapy. She need to make the change. She need to get it done. And while she's doing that, the black man still over here trying to figure it out.
No. What I'm saying is that the problem and the divide between black and women and men is that everybody's screwed up. And when you get on these rants, it is so easy to point the finger at the other gender. It's the easiest thing ever. We can all make a 10-minute rant and everybody will co-sign it. And it goes over and over and over again. And there is no solution because everybody doesn't understand. The whole culture has been messed up. So we can easily point the finger at each other. And that's what's happening. And social media is making the divide between the two get wider and wider and wider when there's a bigger problem. The end result is the end result. Like, you got to do that on your own. I believe, yeah, you got to fix, you got to get yourself together. First word, the word fix kills me, because there is no fix. Because everybody who's going through something is still feeling the effects of their upbringing right now. I don't care if you're 30, I don't care if you're 40, I don't care if you're 50, you're still feeling the effects of your upbringing right now. So the problem is everybody. It's not black men and it's not black women. So Kevin Samuels was right when he says everybody co-signed Kevin Samuels when he was going for it, and everybody co-signs this girl when she's in the car. When everybody screwed up. I don't get what everybody doesn't see from this.
So let me say this about women and men going to therapy. Therapy is not you go there and you're automatically fixed. You have to do the homework, meaning when you leave there, it basically just equips you with coping skills, tools to use when you go out there in the real world to be able to make the changes for yourself in life. It's not a quick fix. There's nothing that I could tell you or any other therapist can tell you in that room. It just helps you to peel back the layers of the onions, and then it helps you when you go out there to be able to cope and deal. That's all that does. And yes, you might need extensive therapy, because who knows, it might be deeper things that you don't know how to handle or deal with. So that's what that's about. But I don't think that it's a black man versus a black woman thing, versus it's a people thing. We all have issues that we have to deal with.
And that's what I've been trying to say. And that's
we
why
do have all issues that we have to deal with. But I think that we as people have experiences. And so on social media, even pertaining to what you just saw, the clip that you just saw, she's speaking on her own experience. She's asking because she's seeing a pattern. What is it that's making a particular group of men so angry towards black women? Not all black men, but what's making men who feel this way about black women, what is wrong? What's going on with you, and why haven't you sought help for it?
But you can't sit there and say it can't be this, it can't be that, it can't be this, and it can't be that. Who are you to say that it can't be? She literally broke down. It can't be me being loud. It can't be me being this. It can't be. So you've already diagnosed.
I think that she's saying it based on the fact that those are the reasons that somebody has given her. Oh, it's because y'all, because let's be honest. They say, oh, because black women are loud. But the white girl or the Asian girl that you just said that I'm with Asian girls because black girls are loud. I've heard it. I'm with white girls because black girls are loud. I've heard it. Like she said, I done seen it.
And she said, and she specifically said it can't because we loud. Why? Because you loud. So it can't. But it can't be that. That's like me saying, oh, women, my relationships don't work, but it can't because I drink too much and then I take a drink. Because I've already covered the one part that I am, so I've already said it can't be this. That's a problem.
But she's saying it in the sense of, but so are they. So that can't be the sole reason why you have so much disdain for black women.
But
she's
this is why
going down the list.
But this is why I'm saying,
okay, I might be a little loud. I might be a little aggressive at times, but so are they. So what makes you run over there?
So this is why I can say, but this is why I'm saying this is why this doesn't make any sense. I can say white guys be drinking too. It can't be the liquor. Asian guys be getting drunk too. I be seeing all races in my AA meetings.
If a black woman said to you, that's why I don't like y'all black men.
That's what
and
they
that's
say.
Why I only date Asian men. Because y'all black men be wilding. Y'all drink too much. Y'all don't know how to treat y'all women. But then you see Asian men who drink too much. You see Asian men who might beat their women. Or you see Asian men who may not bring the money home, or whatever the fallacy may be. You know what I mean? You see that happening over there. So when you're doing a side-by-side comparison, that's what she basically was doing. She said it can't be all of the things that you keep saying is the reason. because I'm seeing it over here.
But what she's doing,
she's saying, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to the real reason. What is the real reason? Get on somebody's couch, go to therapy, and really find out what's the underlying reason. Because all of the surface reasons that you're given can't be, because I'm seeing it over here in a person that you keep running away from Black women too.
How you gonna tell somebody to get on the couch when I looking at your rant? You need to be on the couch. How you gonna tell somebody to be on the couch?
I think that you're missing.
No.
You're missing
because she's doing the same. Do you understand? Everybody does the same thing to each other.
Saying that she's perfect. I don't think that she's saying that she's perfect. I think that she's trying to find out why the specific group of men who have this disdain towards Black women keep giving all of these reasons why they're running towards other races of women and having a hatred towards Black women and coming up with these lists of reasons, but yet they have them in, they're finding them in another race. If these are the reasons, you need to come up with something else. That's what she's saying. You need to go speak to somebody, and speak to somebody more than once. Don't say, "Oh, I went to therapy." That ain't it.
And then she goes locking up guys, saying you need to go more than once, when there are tons of people in my circle who have been going for years. And what I'm saying is that a guy can say the same.
Just because you've been going for years, don't mean you're going to the right therapist. Don't mean that you're doing the work.
Well, doesn't that go?
You can go to therapy.
Well, doesn't that go for men and women? 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 Okay, so my point is,
you go to therapy, you got to do the work. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to therapy. I'm showing up. I'm sitting on the couch." But what are you doing?
And that goes for people. That's what I'm saying. Yes. These rants mean nothing because everybody can make a rant saying the same thing about the other person. That's all. All I'm saying is that these rants can go the same way for both people. Right, so what happens is everybody hears these rants, they pick their sides, and they stay in their neutral corners.
I think they pick their sides when it resonates with them, when it aligns with some of their experiences, with their personal experiences. So yes, everybody can get up there and rant about something that they've seen, something that they've gone through. Everybody, men, women, okay. But on a personal note, I feel like that's a personal thing that she's experienced and she's seeing and she's sharing it. And me personally, I laughed and I chuckled because some of the things that she's saying, I've seen it. It resonated.
We've all seen it.
I've heard men say to me, "I don't mess with Black women. This is why I don't mess with Black women. I don't date Black women. I don't mess with y'all because y'all this or y'all that." But you with the other
this
shit.
Is what I'm saying. And
does
that bother you?
All of the things that you're saying that Black women are, and you generalize and say that Black women are this.
Okay, does that bother you? Does that bother you?
No, because I wouldn't date that person anyway.
Okay, but does it bother you?
It bothers me when people generalize.
Does what bother you?
Does it bother you that a woman gets generalized like that?
Yeah, it bothers me.
Okay.
When you generalize Black women, yes, it bothers me. It gets under my skin real bad.
So then when the response is generalizing the other group, it leads to a dead end. We're doing the same thing that we claim we don't like.
Yeah, but you're not doing the work. That's the thing. And everybody does talk off their experiences. Don't come to me whining about what happened and you're not willing to do anything to change your situation.
Do you hear the words that y'all use?
I do. Quit coming to me with excuses about why you can't be a proper person because X, Y, and Z happened to you then. Once you identify why you're doing this, then you can fix it. Now, if you don't know why you're doing it, that's something different. I have more patience for that. But when you can come to me and say, "Well, I do this because they ran over my foot when I was 5 years old." Okay, so what we gonna do about getting you, helping you work through this? Because you know what the problem is. And when you don't know what the problem is, that's one thing. But to be able to tell me, "Oh, well, I'm an asshole because they took my bowl of Cheerios when I was 10. Okay, so how do we get past this?
I don't know how people get past that. because you
Terrence
can
said,
know
"How
know
like my mama
exactly.
treating the
I
whole
don't know
I
how
love the way I treat these girls.
I don't know how people get
Yeah.
I don't know how people get past that. But if I hear one more woman talk about how they dad treated them so poorly and how the dad wasn't around and I had daddy issues, I'm not gonna say they whining, because they might know what the problem is. It's a lot different from knowing what the problem is and knowing how to deal with the problem. You
Yeah,
know
that's
why
you go
you
get
know
help.
you that this is exactly why. I knew I was an alcoholic for 20 years. I knew the problem. And the problem still resurfaced, and I can't explain to you why. I knew what the problem was. So
Well,
that simple, wait, let me finish. That simple thing of you know what the problem is, so you should be able to go fix it. If that's the case, then this whole world would be different.
Well, I didn't say go fix it. I said, how do we get past it? It takes time. I'm one of them girls that had daddy issues. You know how long it took me to really get past it? Years.
But if
But
I
I
would
had
have told
to work on it. But each year I had to work on it and be conscious of, okay, I'm acting like this today because I'm upset about this. And that's what I had to do with myself. Was I instantly perfect once I figured out, oh, this is the problem? No, I had to work. So I'm still a work in progress on it.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say, oh, well, you know what? I I stole them chips because my daddy wasn't there. No. We not after all these years.
First of
And
all,
I didn't want to, go too personal, but no, you have to put the work there. And then if you do mess up and you say, okay, well, I admit that I did this, I offended you. And I'm a work, just own up to your shit. We're not asking for nobody to be perfect.
But there are tons of people. What I'm saying, back to the point of this thing. Number one, you said they were whining, but you also say that we're a work in progress. So saying that, repeating what went on in my life isn't whining. It's actually sharing that I'm acknowledging that this is the way I am. But when you use words to people like whining, it's disparaging to that person, because you're like, I'm not whining. I'm literally trying to tell you. And once again, when these rants happen, it's not effective and helpful to anybody. Even if you're speaking your so-called truth, and I'll say it again, the truth might be one of the most overrated things in the world. Your so-called truth doesn't give you the right to say whatever you want about a whole gender of people. It don't give you the right to.
So I'll say this, because a lot of times, like when I'm doing like a family therapy or session or something, we try to refrain from like using like whining or bitching or moaning, because those become trigger words to people when they're defining their feelings or they're expressing themselves. But those are general words that like we use, not cognitive. Like we're not cognitive because we use it in everyday language, right? Like when we talk and we like, the hell he bitching and moaning, like he bitching and moaning about this, or he whining about this, or she's whining about this, or she bitching about because I ain't take out the trash. Those are common words that we use, and we don't really realize that it's a trigger.
And that's why old girl needs to be in therapy too. You better deal with. You
We
better
all
deal.
need to be in therapy.
And this whole therapy thing. A lot of people ain't got access. A lot of people ain't got access to therapy. Let's be clear. A lot of people ain't got no access to therapy. And a lot of people's family
understand the reason why that it's healthy. We look at therapy like it's a bad thing. Even therapists need therapists. That's like a running joke in my field. Even therapists need therapists. We all, not on a bad note, but just for our mental health, just to keep us healthy mentally, because we all do and go through so much. It's so much environmentally that goes around us, things that we're subjected to. Social media alone is enough to have you need to go talk to somebody damn body. You've been on social media all day.
And the prophet, in the words of the prophet Safari, social media is destroying us.
It is.
Well, let me ask y'all something. Because this is just my observation, and I've never seen it, so I'm trying to figure out if other people have seen it. I only see Black men and women on social media saying these Black women is, these Black men is. I have yet to see a social media post, and I'm not saying it's out there. I ain't seen it. It came through my timeline of a white woman going off and running down, what these white men don't do, or what these Mexican men don't do, or what these Asian men don't do, or what these Asian women don't do. I've never seen that. I only see that with Black people. Have y'all ever seen that?
Nope.
Because they're taught to be,
unless there's a white TikTok I don't know about.
and so if you're considered a more superior culture or a superior race, why would you have to?
Well, Hispanics ain't. When do we become the superior race?
I'm not talking about that. And then if you look at Hispanics, right, Mike, are you taught to publicly tear down your men, or are you taught to uplift your men? Regardless, no matter what, y'all are treated like kings in your family.
It depends what generation you're talking about.
Huh?
It depends what generation you're talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like from a generational standpoint.
But on the application,
Mike can do no wrong. Like generational wise, it's like boys in generational wise from your generation are treated like royalty.
I don't know why I didn't date a Black.
But no, y'all, they have.
You know what I mean, Mike?
I don't know why I didn't date a Hispanic. Well, why
Hispanics and Hispanics and Latinas on the applications and stuff? They put white beside y'all. Y'all it'll say Hispanic when you got to select Latin, Hispanic, white, and then
sometimes our box ain't even there.
Latin.
Yeah.
And so they done. Hispanic people, well, I know at least in Texas, they just like white people, depending on I guess there's levels to it,
No, it's just that's a whole.
Who is that? You got a couple people that people think are white, but they changed. They got fake last names in the political world out here, political arena.
Yeah,
they white, but they changed their name to fit that demographic, and even with that. Most Hispanics here in Texas are very conservative.
Well, listen, that's a whole nother topic because there's millions of Hispanics that are both you and Mo's color, and there's a whole racism with inside our whole even our. But that's a whole nother. But no, I don't see TikTok. I don't see. But mind you, maybe I just don't follow enough white women because I've never seen a white woman go in there and do a rant on how white men are doing whatever. Maybe I don't follow enough white.
We haven't found that algorithm yet.
Maybe I haven't. Because the white people I find are the ones who are telling me we didn't land on the moon, and I'll be like, "Damn, we really didn't land on the moon." But the flat earthers, the flat earthers, and they be really making me go like, maybe this shit really is flat. They be like 9/11 was an inside plan.
All of the conspiracies.
Well, Derek Jackson has an interesting thought process on who is really unrealistic in a relationship, men or women. Who has the unrealistic expectations? And so he decided to do a video on it.
To this. And that's what trips me out. It's like we say women got the unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall and make six figures and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you got to do is have a good job and some good genetics, and you straight. But look at us. Like, what do we expect of a woman? She got to be a virgin, but she got to be a freak. She got to pay half the bills, but she got to do 100% of the cleaning, the cooking, the child raising. She got to be exhausted from all of that, all the cooking and washing and cleaning and all that good stuff, and still be horny enough to meet our sexual needs and get a good night's rest, but also wake up in the middle of the night in case we want some head and a turkey sandwich. That ain't it. She also got to give birth to all our babies because, we got to have that legacy. But then she can't have no stretch marks, and she got to lose that baby weight in 30 days or less. And then she got to do it while fighting postpartum depression by herself because we're going to tell her she having an attitude or something like that because all we thinking about is we ain't got no vagina in the last 6 weeks that she got to take to heal. That ain't it. Then she can get older, but she can't look older. Otherwise, we're going to say that she's falling off. Like, the list goes on, but just tell me something. How many women do you know that fit into that category? None. So who really got the unrealistic expectations?
You find me that woman. You find me that woman, dog. You just made up a whole make-believe unicorn. I ain't never heard no guy at the barbershop ever bring that list up. Ever.
You
Ever
don't
in
have
life.
to.
What that is to get good likes and views on your post. That's
So
what that is.
Wait a
To
minute.
get
So,
good likes and views on your post.
Real question.
Because that's
because
the
real
opposite.
question for you, Mike. Because I have heard dudes say what he just said to me.
Thank you, Shawnee.
But what you're telling us is that that's not a conversation that y'all have.
Because nobody believes that.
Yes.
But because the people I'm talking to are in relationships and they know that's not real. But once again, are there people who say that? Yes. But once again, you're speaking for everybody because I know everybody that's in a relationship right now, that's in a successful relationship, has gone through the stretch marks, the weight gain, the tired, the not having sex, the whole thing. And it goes on the flip side for a man. You go run out there and you go take care of what you got to take care of. And when you come back, I still need you to make sure you're the handyman when you get here. And by the way, if you hear something downstairs, make sure you go downstairs and check on that. Oh, and by the way, don't make sure that situation with your baby mom, to make sure that bitch don't say nothing to me, and you make sure you check her because I will go off. Everybody got a laundry list of expectations.
So we're talking about expectations, though. Yep.
But this is the laundry list that everybody has.
Talking about expectations.
That people have. And then people get on Instagram and TikTok and say things like this. And does he have a point? Do people think that? Yes. But you're making it that the majority of people say this. Because if that's the case, look at the people that they're walking with.
I'm not gonna say that, but what he said, that level of expectation, I have heard that more oftentimes than not. And I have heard that expectation. Not that you're gonna get that, but I have heard that expectation more oftentimes than not, Mike. I'm sorry.
Well, then I'll give you the video where the woman says, you need to, we're going out to dinner. I need you to buy the doggy bag for the kids. And they on a date. Now, I got a whole 30-minute joke about that of a chick.
Wait, say that again?
He was having dinner with the girl and she ordered food for her kids. And she was like, I don't understand why you. Now, mind you, this specific thing happened to me at TJI Fridays.
What kind of women y'all be taking out?
And she said, my mom loves so-and-so. Can I get a doggy bag with what I had? And I said, obviously, you and your mom are both knocking me off tonight. This is, but my thing is, you'll look at it and be like, who would say that? A gang of people would say that. The same way you just said, I heard that out somebody's mouth is the same way I can say what that video said. I heard it out of female's mouth. City Line Avenue at TJI Friday.
Yeah, because I would never ever be at TGI Fridays talking about I want to bring my mom home something to eat.
No, but City Line Avenue was popping. Stop playing. You gonna act like City Line Avenue Fridays was popping?
I said I would never be there asking my date to order something for my mom.
Yes.
But the way it came out, Mo, you was like, I ain't going to TGI.
Well, not on a date, but
you've been to TGI Fridays on City Line Avenue. You've been
not on a date. Not on a date.
But my point is, I can make that's what this is what the chick said. She actually was asking for wine, and I was like, bitch, it's Fridays. What are you talking about?
Fridays, yeah.
They got Friday wine.
They don't got a wine list.
They don't got a wine list. Whatever they got, that's the wine they got.
They got red, white, and beer. Which one you want?
I said, you dumb. You got to be. I would love to. I wish I was reckless, had a few drinks in me to say her name. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. But
that's case in point. That's why she was at Fridays on the date.
No, I ain't got no problem with Fridays. We was getting something to eat. I was like, you want something to eat? Let's get something to eat. Let's go grab something to eat. Shit, I done taken a chick to Wendy's. I'm like, you want something to eat? We passing by Wendy's. Let's go up in there.
The fact that she had the audacity on a date to ask for an additional meal to take home to anyone, to me, like it speaks volumes. It speaks opportunist. It speaks entitlement. Yeah. So that would have been my last date with her. I wouldn't have taken her out again.
It's the expectation, and once
I
again,
just said
this is
it
not
speaks
all.
entitlement. It
This
speaks
is not
entitlement.
all
So that
women.
means that it wouldn't have went no further. That means that we would not have gone anywhere else outside of Fridays. You and I, like that's
Just look at a woman's face, and I love this. I did this on purpose. Look at a woman's face when they think you the radio dude, and you the comedian dude, and they walk to your car and they see a 2015 Mitsubishi white Galant, and watch that face frown the fuck up. Watch it. Just watch it. And the first thing out their mouth is, "You were serious about the Galant? Yup. You want to get in? You want to get in this cloth interior, sweetie? You ain't got to get in. You ain't got to
Wait a
get in.
minute. I don't got power locks. I gotta.
I was honestly, the first time I saw Mike's car, I was honestly shocked. I didn't believe it was his car because he has the car that he has now. Because I heard him talk about that Galant so much that I thought he was in a Galant. I'm like, this ain't this nigga car. Who car is he?
But mind you, when I had the CLK, oh, eyes would light up in the summertime when it was washed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You fit the profile. Let me get in this car. Oh, you might as well just people was undoing bras getting in the car.
You fit the profile, but I got who is that? That's your nigga car?
Yep.
No, it's mine.
And we wonder why relationships can't, because all these false narratives on both sides.
False narrative, right? So why? But you wouldn't get asked. Was that not your car?
Nope. Matter of fact, I could be driving my girl's car. I could be driving my girl's car, and I wouldn't be asked if that was your car. But listen, it's 42 after the hour. Listen, man, I don't have the answer for all this. Just, man, be particular and just be one-on-one with people. Just and don't go to the what's it called? Don't go back to your crew trying to ask for advice. Just please, because the advice is always.
You're struggling too, Mike.
The advice is always the what's it called? What gallery? The gallery. They call it the
peanut gallery.
Yeah, once you go to the peanut gallery, this is why I don't give people advice. They were like, yo, so I don't know her. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what did you do? I don't know her. She might literally be telling you the truth. But if you ask me, that story sounds shady. But what if she's telling you the truth? What if she's telling you the absolute one? And then I'm sitting here going like, yeah, you can't trust these hoes. She probably still smashing her baby father, which she could be. But when people start giving relationship advice and you don't know nothing about the other person, it just kills me. And people are watching this stuff on TikTok and Instagram and taking it to the heart and got a little notebook going, yeah. Oh, you right. That's why. Oh no, he not really working overtime, but she not really doing this or that. She didn't really just go out with her girls to have a few drinks. She really went out with her girls because she got a whole ulterior motive, and while she's out there, she got an agenda. You can't let her go out. It's crazy how these people got advice. And all you people in a relationship for 50 years who think that makes you an expert on relationships, that shit don't make you an expert. It makes you an expert on the person you fucking. You're an expert on that person. You ain't an expert on everything else that's going on in this world. You don't even know what's going on in my household. She could do the same exact thing your girl does and be cheating on me. But you got a 51-year relationship that works out. Anyway, I'm done. Merry Christmas, damn it. Damn it.
It paints false narratives. It paints a false narrative for you.
And if you're in a happy relationship, don't listen to nobody.
Don't even get on social media. If you're in a happy relationship, do not get on TikTok. Don't get on Instagram.
Don't.
Sometimes you can't even listen to yourself. Because your mind be so warped on other stuff. So sometimes you gotta just be like, okay, self,
shut up.
Yeah, we're not even about to do this.
Right.
Somebody told me the most dangerous place for me to be in is in my mind, unsupervised. And I was like, first I was offended. Then I was like, yeah, you got a point. Because I hate being by myself. Did what?
Did a therapist tell you?
No. Actually, my sponsor at AA told me that. He was like,
you probably got it from a therapist.
He said, you don't need to be in your brain by yourself, Mike. That I was like, yeah, you right. Back to the bar. All right. What do we have anything else to wrap this whole thing? Is there anything else you want to get into, Shawnee Scott? Since you are Segway queen.
I guess not today. We can save everything else for tomorrow. We're gonna do Jaguar right tomorrow.
Jaguar right Tuesdays.
Let's see. Well, I mean, I don't think we really want to get into this because it's 7:46. We could. I don't know how long this is, but I think we can save it tomorrow.
But what is it? Just give me a tease. What is
So
it? What
we
is
got the gay priest who walked out on the interview.
Ooh.
The gay pastor that walked out on the interview. We got Jamie Foxx on J-Lo, Mr. T on David Letterman.
Well, Mr. T was just hilarious.
Yeah, that was fun.
But he was, yeah, play it because he was on point. This is back in the 80s with David. We see David Letterman looking like we don't even recognize him. He ain't got a beard or nothing. This is way back. I remember this interview. That's how old my ass is. Go ahead.
Your name, first of all, is that your real name?
If Pope John Paul II was to come here, would you ask him what his real name was?
Well, but you have to admit, it's an interesting name, Mr. T.
Right, well, I changed it because I wasn't given respect before. You know, people have a tendency to always constantly call a man boy. For what reason, I don't know why, you know, so I changed my name to Mr. T, so the first word out of everybody's mouth would be Mr. The sign of respect.
Now, do you have a first name?
First name is Mr. My middle name is that period. My last name is the T.
Remember when we thought him wearing all them chains was crazy? When you were a kid, you looked at all that jewelry and be like, yo, that is crazy. Then come to find out,
everybody wanted all these chains.
Then hip hop was like, yeah,
something.
we gonna wear the chains. They're gonna be jingling. Play the Tory Lanez thing to see how much jewelry Tory Lanez has over 40 years later.
Okay, I'm talking about
about him making all the money and cracking the code. Look at his jewelry. Now we thought Mr. T was crazy. This is Tory Lanez in his kitchen. He was just in his kitchen.
For the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my family.
He's just in his kitchen. Who knew in 2021, 2022? Like, honestly, now Mr. T's jewelry looks like he's slacking. Like, them chains look heavy. They look like they not hollow. They making noise when they tapping each other and everything. Even though that would be uncomfortable wearing all them chains. All right, y'all. This is
well, I mean, really, it goes back though, because like the tribes, they wear chains
in Africa.
We don't really understand. You know, we don't really know the history as to why and why they did it because they all mean something.
Yeah, don't just mean I'm popping Tory Lanez. Well, Tory, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that's just got to be a sick feeling just to be sitting there going like, because you know when you get into trouble like that, the only thing you think about is, why did I go? Like you always go.
3 years, yeah. For the past 2 years, he's been battling. This happened in 2020.
Why did I go? Like I once got in trouble. I got in big trouble for driving to 7-Eleven for a Slurpee. And for some reason, I was in my apartment and my dumb ass wanted a Slurpee. I said, I want a Slurpee. And I drove and spent 72 hours in jail because I went to get a goddamn Slurpee. Do you understand? I can't even imagine how
pricey Slurpee you probably ever will drink.
A Slurpee. That was all I was doing. I wasn't going to see nobody. I wasn't going to a club. I went around the corner for a Slurpee. Somewhere Tory Lanez can't. I bet you he can remember exactly who invited him to that party.
Yeah, I bet he remember everything about it. I bet he even had getting in the music industry, the sound of it. Like after hearing his dad, it was so much that you learned about Tory Lanez just watching his dad talk.
Yeah.
Like he's so articulate. This man researched all this stuff and he not just talking out the side of his neck.
Right.
It's like this is an intelligent man. You came from an intelligent family. Got your ass over here in America and.
But I wonder. The only thing I know about his father, and I need to hear him speak again, is he goes into very generalizations. I need him now to break down what it is what are you saying about Rock Nation? What is their purpose in this, and why do you feel that it affected what happened in the courtroom? You can't just say generically Jay-Z and what's the name Perez and all that other stuff.
He said it was because Tory wouldn't sign the deal with him.
But how did that affect? What did they do to affect the court proceedings? What did they do that influenced the court? At the end of the day, they had to do something. You can't just say he didn't want to sign. Right. Because that means, I'm sure there are other people he didn't want to sign to. Now tell me, Why do you feel their influence what happened in the courtroom?
Well,
Now that's the
Tory
day.
Lanez daddy on the show. Let me go.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show.
Tory Lanez daddy.
He talking about he got worship spirit prayer warriors around the world.
He had his Bible in one of them good zip up, the Bibles they got the strap. He had his good Bible with him, and he said he had his prayer warriors around the world praying.
So I guess he's a pastor, a minister, or something.
I assume
because he said he was the father. We didn't play the whole thing, but he said he's the father of many spiritually.
Yeah. Spiritually, he did say that. He did.
Like, oh.
So, and now, I forgot to mention there's a DJ. I don't know him, but he got a lot of followers. Unfortunately, that's how we judge people. We judge people on followers, and he said, now I don't even know about this because I don't know if this is fair. He was like, if a black man plays one song that has Megan Thee Stallion on it or belongs to Megan Thee Stallion, you should be so and so and so and so. So now they're trying to be a boycott on her music.
Wow.
So I don't know what this all is going. This all is going somewhere. Then one person said, you know what? We need to stop being so distracted by it. And I'm just saying what the person said. We need to, with everything else that's going on in this world, we are really distracted by Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Because there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. And you're right. In the grand scheme of things, I feel bad for Tory. I feel bad for everybody who got mixed up in this. But in the grand scheme of things, it ain't, whether he's free or not free, it ain't really affecting nobody in these squares. But all right, that's it, y'all. We did it. We almost did an entire damn show on Monday after Christmas Day. I'm proud of everybody. We're glad to have Mo back. Hopefully, Jay Black will get his health together and he'll be 100% so he can annoy us and get us set off on all types of stuff.
I'll be here until I go on my cruise.
When do you go on your cruise?
I leave on the 30th.
The birthday cruise.
The birthday cruise. And if you can't get Wi-Fi in a state, you definitely can't get Wi-Fi, even though you can
yeah, about that.
They're gonna be like, ain't no Wi-Fi.
They'll be to slip the $700 bill up under my door at the end of the
cruise.
cruise.
Yeah, we're not getting Wi-Fi on the ship. No.
They got an amusement park on this cruise. They have the amusement rides on the ship.
The slide. Yeah.
They ain't had that on the ship when
the
I was
slide.
last
They
time I was on the ship.
The wave runner where you could get on, do the they got the zip line.
I know the ocean be pissed when they be doing water stuff and they just be sitting here like, we right here.
Right. Right.
But that they ain't had it. I was like, I don't know. Well, I know better now how to take care of the seasickness. I know to take the thing and all that other stuff.
So my son has never been on a ship, so I am going to get him Dramamine just in case, because what's not going to happen is that.
Oh.
And I do know my fiance, last cruise we went on, he stayed in the cabin the whole entire time sick, and I was out there taking advantage of the drink package he brought me. Unlimited drinks.
Right.
I can't even explain to you what seasickness feels like. All I know
what it feels like.
I went on it was a black cruise, and before it took off, they had a DJ, and we were partying. I'm saying this shit didn't even take off, and everybody was partying. And I looked to the left, and the ship started moving, and I immediately got sick for the next 48 hours. Like I sat there in the room sick to death for the next 48 hours. That seasickness is, and I didn't know about the drama. You could go to the doctor and get. What do you do? Is it just a pill?
It's something that you put behind your ear.
Behind the ear.
Yeah. And then they have the pills or something that you could take. But yeah, I mean, the last cruise I was on, DJ Irie was the DJ. Like, it was dope.
Yeah, I never did get to do what's his name?
Tom Joyner. You went on
the Tom Joyner. I know. I never got to go on the Tom Joyner cruise.
He still does it. He still does it.
Now that one I always wanted to go on. That I always wanted to mess with that one, but it didn't happen. All right, y'all. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life is guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life, fight for your happiness, and never let anyone take it from you. Please regulate your TikTok usage, your Instagram usage, all y'all older cats, your Facebook usage, and all that good stuff. And I don't know what's coming next, but something's coming next, y'all. All right, we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
I have to switch screens.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also